Yo, so today what we're going to do is actually talk about this art commission scam that a lot of artists get. So if you're new to the game, if you're a new creator and you're putting stuff out there to the world, you have your email, your phone number out there and it's listed and someone can get a hold of you, you're probably going to get one of these scams every now and then. So I want to make sure that, if you're new to it and you don't know what to look out for, because they're crafty, if you don't know what to look out for, I made this video basically sort of showcasing exactly what they do, because I get these a lot. So I actually played along with the last one and just wasted their time, but I wanted to sort of document everything that sort of happens, what they send you, the sort of emails they send, the check that they send and everything. So I wanted to do that and share with you all today what to look out for. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get into it. We're going to check out the first email that they sent to me called artwork needed. And if I stumble over some of the sentences and phrases, it's because a lot of times these scammers are not native speakers and they're using incorrect grammar, so it's really sometimes difficult to read as they sort of go on. But we're going to go through it and I'm going to sort of just point out those red flags. That's red flag number one, when you have a lot of bad grammar, because if you're dishing out a couple $1,000s for artwork, you got to make sure that your email or communication is somewhat perfect, so there's no miscommunication. So that's red flag number one. So let's get into it. So we're in the emails right now. So this is the email titled Artwork Needed from a guy named Russell Turner, and in the sort of name in the email, they're getting a lot sneakier because they're using just Gmail. It's easy to open up a Gmail account, because before it was a random email from a random sort of mail service, and this is somewhat a little bit harder, and they're using an actual sort of regular name that you would hear in the US. So that's one of the things that's really hard to sort of spot out. But as you sort of go into the emails, that's when a lot of red flags sort of pop up. So this one reads, "Hello, I have been on the lookout for some artworks lately in regards to my wife's birthday, which is just around the corner. I stormed on some of your works, which I found quite impressive and intriguing. I must admit you are doing quite an impressive job and good at what you do. I would like to purchase a piece of your works as a surprise gift for my wife in honor of her forthcoming 50th birthday. It would be of help if you could send some pictures of your piece of works with their respective prices and sizes. My budget for this is within the price range of $500 to $2,000. I would also like to know if you accept check as a means of payment." So this right here, when I first read it, may not seem that odd, but this is exactly a cookie cutter template of what they do. They'll change basically birthday to anniversary or wife to daughter or son type of thing. But this is basically the cookie cutter first email that they will send you. And one of the things you got to really spot is that they show interest in your work. They sort of, praise you without actually having to know about your work. So that way they're able to copy and paste this to a ton of artists, and no matter what type of work they do, it's sort of, you can fit this within everything. So that's one of the things you really have to look out for, is the non-specifics, but they still praise you in a way. And then the price range as well. So, I don't know why they do that specifically, but everyone that I've had usually has like a price range of $500 to $5,000, and they want you to send pictures of your work. So I just played along with it because I knew it was a scam, but I just wanted to waste their time and, like I said, sort of dive deeper into some of these specifics so I can point them out. So I sent a couple of pictures and they sent me this response. "Thanks for the response. Having carefully looked through the pictures of your work, I have chosen the attached piece above, priced at $1,500. Am presently working on my relocation to Philippines soon, thus am doing all I could to make this event quite a memorable one." So right there, grammar mistakes and spelling errors should really sort of shoot out a red flag at you. It continues in regards to payment. My reason for choosing check as a means of payment is the fact that my wife handles the family bank cards and PayPal transactions, and I need to keep this a complete surprise as intended. So, there's the idea of check. It's a check scam, so you really have to watch out for the check scam, because with the credit card you can sort of get your money back. A lot of people can have other PayPal accounts. I don't know why that is super big. So consequently, I would authorize a check to you for the payment of the chosen piece of work as soon as I have your full name and contact address, preferably for Fedex delivery, no PO box. I see that right there also is a red flag. I mean, you can just mail it too. I don't know why that has to be a big issue. As soon as you receive the check and it clears your bank, I will have my personal shipping agent, who is also moving my other properties, contact you to arrange shipping pickup of the piece from you. This is to avoid my wife receiving it if been shipped directly to my address, which would ruin the surprise for the birthday anniversary. So is it a birthday or is it an anniversary? I don't know. So that's one of the big things that you really, let me move my camera back. So that's one of the big things that you really have to sort of figure out or spot, because it's like, is it a birthday? Is it an anniversary? And not only that, one of the biggest things is that they want you to contact someone after the check clears. And the fact that they're using a check in the first place, usually, these days it can be easily done with Venmo, or, it could be a PayPal transaction, or it could be even a credit card if you're going through QuickBooks or another sort of payment processing system. So check for someone that you don't know sometimes is a little bit iffy. And then this one, it's sort of like, why am I contacting another shipper as well? How is your day going? I received your email. Thanks for the details provided. In other to have this transaction expedited, I will be contacting a client of mine to have the check issued for your payment. The check will include the shipping agent fees and some extra funds to handle both the shipping and my artwork with you, as well as the shipping of my other properties he is currently handling for me. Okay, so I mean, let me stop right there. It's really hard to read, but the main thing that I got from that is that, he's sending extra money and he wants me to send the shipper the excess, or remit to the shipper the extra money over what the painting costs. So, he sent me a check for $3,000 and I have it here. So it came, I told him my address to my studio, which is a big studio. So I didn't give him my real address, and I didn't give him my real name either. I sent him the name John McClane, which is Die Hard, of course. And on the check, it sort of looks real. The back looks really real. The front, a little bit real, but a lot of pixelation in the signature. And plus, there's like 3 different names on here, other than John McClane, which I provided. 3 different names that, I have never heard of before. So like Donald A. Nelson, never heard that person before, not in the emails. So one of the things that I tried to do was actually get them on the phone. And one of the things that they don't want to do is get on the phone, because you're able to ask them questions and they have to remember exactly what they wrote in the email. A lot of times these are scamming groups, so a lot of them will send out these emails and they can't keep track of their lies. So they want you to sort of text them so that they have all the previous texts to reference. So when you get them on the phone, which is what I did, it's hard for them to sort of sometimes remember exactly what they lied about. So they sent me the check. They went through FedEx and everything, came to my studio, and basically, I didn't cash it at all, because I knew this was a fake check. It was going to sort of clear, but then at the end of a couple business days, the bank would say, oh, this is actually a fraudulent check. We need the money back. But by then, they wanted me to actually give the extra money over the cost of the painting, which was $1,500, to the shipper or the agent. So that I would be out $1,500 because this is a $3,000 check, and I would have to give the shipper $1,500, or they would want me to do that. So I would be out $1,500. I would have, I would have sent them a painting someplace, or, sometimes they don't even give an address to send it because all they want is that money. So I would be on the other things that you really have to look out for is the them being pushy. So when you're not sort of going at their pace, they sort of push you and sort of say, hey, why are you sort of making this really difficult? Or you're going to ruin my surprise. And I talked to him also over text. I use my Google Voice to text them, so I wasn't using my real number. I was using a Google Voice number. That way, I can keep myself private as well if they wanted to retaliate. But I use my Google Voice, and basically, that's one of the things that I just kept sort of delaying, and they kept getting pushier and pushier and pushier. They weren't really even talking about the painting. It was more so, did you cash the check? So you got to look out for that. So in the end, I basically sent them a picture of this, which is one of my favorite pictures ever, and told them, hey, this is the picture of your painting. And from there, it basically ended all communication. So I've been trying to text them back, and nothing has been happening. They don't want to get on the phone at all with me, but I wanted to make sure that you had a clear sort of understanding of what these scams look like, especially when it comes to the emails and sort of the structure, how they want you to sort of send them sort of your images, and they sort of pick one, and then they send you a check, and you're supposed to cash it and send it to someone else. So usually, like I said, it's all through a check. It's a check scam, so look out for that. One of the things that I tried to do is get them to click on a Grabify link, and Grabify is like a website that can track an IP address and like where a computer is being logged in from. So, if they're saying they're from Arkansas or New York or, California, but they're IP address is registered in Australia or Europe, it's like they're lying to you. But like I said, I wanted you guys to see this up front and close, and sort of look out for that. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.